You know, for us, what we do as a media house goes beyond just informing, educating, and entertaining. We also believe that we have a role to play, you know, when it comes to solving the problem. All right. And so, as an entity, as a company, we are very committed to finding solutions in as much as we go to duty bearers to get them to do their work. Whatever we can also do to ensure that we lessen the plight of Ghanaians, we are very committed to it. And we all believe in this. So when it comes to we moving out of our studios to now get to the grounds, it's not just maybe events team, it's not just head of events, it is a ChannelOne commitment, it's a City FM commitment. So everybody, and that is why on the day, all right, you will see Philip on stage doing what he has to do, you see Chris do what she has to do. We don't believe in just talking and then going back to sit down and get other people, go call people to come and, you know, get a thing done and all of us. So for us, we are able to achieve this because of the team spirit that we approach all our events with. So yes, you might have somebody leading, but it is a collective effort. Everybody from top to bottom. And that is why when you visit ChannelOne event, you have from the MD to the general manager to HR manager to supervisors to everybody, all the way to stewards to security officials, everybody coming through. Because when it gets to that point, it is all of us trying to solve a problem. So this is how we approach our work.
We had over how many vendors?
We had a little over 150 businesses there. Wow. Yes, yes.
Wow, yeah. At one spot?
At one spot.
What was your observation the first day?
So for me, the fact that, you know, people would leave their busy schedules, because Friday is a working day, but people were very expectant. And so you had, look, on Friday as early as 8 a.m., we had people coming through and I was like, oh, wow, it looks like it's really going to be a very, very busy weekend, you know. But it also tells all of us something, that if we have our fresh produce available, Ghanaians will patronize them.
True.
So we want to eat what we grow. I think that the campaign of eat what you grow, grow what you eat, people now understand this. We want to patronize. So now it's about how we are scaling up to ensure that we have constant, you know, supply of the produce that we are talking about. And when you look at on Friday, day one, for instance, by around 1 p.m., 2 p.m., people had started calling for a restock, and people brought their 3-day supply. There was
one vendor that walked up to me. He was like, hey, please, somebody has purchased 20 crates of eggs. Please announce so that he would come and take it, because we are done. We've sold out. That was around 12:1.
Yeah.
We've sold out and we want to go back to the village and go and bring home. And I was like, boss, are you saying you've sold out the first day?
Oh, you know, because yesterday I had a conversation with Pork 101. You know, she brought live birds and eggs and stuff. And she was like, this is my Christmas stock, not just the fair. Not just the 3-day fair.
Christmas.
My Christmas talk. I've brought everything here, so now I don't even know what I'm going to sell for Christmas.
You go and sleep.
So I was like, but is this the stock you want? Is the money you want? So if you sold out for 3 days, you know. So this is the whole thing, right? So on day one, people came in, businesses had run out of stock. So this also goes out to tell the farmers that, look, we are promoting Ghanaians to patronize fresh farm produce, what we are growing here. The onus lies on them to ensure that they have the constant supply. They have the stock. Because if you tell us eat local rice, look at the number of people who came in. Look, I hear at a point, Nana's rice, you know, the CEO himself was asking his people, no, he was actually asking that, are you guys going to pack the rice somewhere? Because he was overwhelmed with the way people were buying the rice in bags. So he thought his people, you know, were trying to find another location to pack the rice. But these were shoppers just buying their stuff. So even the farmers themselves, the vendors themselves were overwhelmed. They were surprised. I mean, people were just laughing rough. I was like, people are just laughing. See, people said, people came, well, ChannelOne, City FM, God bless you, you know, all that. And so I believe that, look, the market is there. if it means government needs to step in, you know, to ensure that farmers are heavily supported to produce more for our local consumption, we need to do this.
There's actually one article on the newspaper this morning. I don't know which paper exactly, but it's about what you just talked about. Someone, I don't know who wrote it, but it was praises to the AgriFair and saying that government should come and also find a way to, you know, help that this fair is successful, not to take over it, but to, you know, make it better and let it get to other regions in the country. And I think it's very important. Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, the job is huge.
It is huge.
Okay, and there's room for others to join in as well. So Channel One can't do it alone. This is a national issue. Look at the number of egg farmers, poultry farmers who were there. You understand?
A lot.
Exactly. So, and this is just a fraction of the problem, the egg glut that we have. This is just, you know, maybe Greater Accra, you know, and people around bringing their stuff. What about farmers up north? What about farmers in Ashanti region? What about all those other people? I believe that, you know, the assemblies can step in. Other, you know, businesses can also stand in. This is not a competition.
Yeah, not
we
at all.
all must commit to solve a national problem. So if Channel One is doing it in November, another entity can decide to do it sometime in March. Somebody can do it, you know. We can maybe lead, we can initiate it. But once we know it's something that will help the nation, I think
Why
other
not?
people can, you know. I was very happy when we had vendors like the John Ejekum Kofor Foundation come in, because they also work with a lot of local rice farmers. I was, yes, you know, and we didn't even know this until AgriFair. So it means people are also doing stuff, but platforms like this give, you know, throws light on them for other people, to Ghanaians, to know what really other people are doing. I was also very excited to have the 24-hour economy secretariat there. Now, if we are talking about employment, the AgriFair clinics happened. How will government help to absorb these people? We did the poultry trading there. If we are talking about can there be a collaboration moving on? You know, so we can collaborate, we can do so much, you know, government can come in. So I was very happy when we had Mr. Guzitano come in, because he is the advisor on this 24-hour economy. He was there to get first-hand, you know, experience, knowledge. He was blown away. He kept asking, how are you doing this? You know, but I think that where we stand as a media house, we probably have that platform to make a lot of noise about these things. Government can come in. Moving on, so we are done with the AgriFair. What next? All right? We have done our bit with the information they gathered at the AgriFair. How do we translate this into job creation? How do we translate this into boosting agri sales? You know, how do we do this? By supporting. We had other vendors there who came in with agri technology. We had people with equipment. We know the Interplast people were there. We had the Seawarman. We had the Caligana. All these guys there, you know, the Caligan guys there as well. We need to collaborate. We need to all come together for a holistic approach to solving our agri businesses.
Beautiful. If you are just watching us, we are having a conversation with the head of event and partnerships here at Channel One TV and CTFM, Frema Edunyami. You can join us with your questions as well. What you think of the AgriFair that was done over the weekend from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. She's here to answer all your questions, so that at least, well, the question you're asking whether there was going to be another one or not, we are going to ask her. Frema, the people say the thing was very nice. It was sweet.
Yeah.
Anything coming up again?
You know, so when I get this question, I say that, look, not all of us are looking forward to our farmers, all right? So as event organizers, we also look at satisfying the different devices that we have. In as much as we are talking about AgriFair, look, people at the AgriFair, and they were asking, so the situation, you know, so they bought their rice, their fish, other stuff, and they're like, so situation here. Other people are like, so Heritage Caravan, you know, this time around, don't leave me. So there's so much, you know, we can't just do AgriFair throughout the year, right? So what we can do is to get a weekend to say that this is an open market. Come, let's do it. And as I mentioned earlier, other people can also join in, all right? Because there are farmers everywhere. everybody is eating. So now let's begin to think of, moving to the regions, letting other people come in and all. Look, it is very huge. We have 33 million Ghanaians.
Yeah.
Everybody is eating. So I think that, but we have, other businesses also do some of these fairs and all. So we will consider if we can, but for now, let's, give the farmers and those of us who enjoy our meals, the AgriFair in November. Let's also give the situation people their excitement in December. Let's give the lovers of heritage and culture tradition theirs in March. Let's give the SU people theirs, in May for family consecration. So let's, as Obianya Kakra, you understand. But of course, food is good. So we will see about that.
Very important. And then entertainment part as well.
Absolutely, because when it comes to the AgriFair, you have to, and for me, it's the fact that if we have poultry there, we should just see the live ones and also taste the meat there.
Exactly.
You understand? I don't see why we should have Chopo farms there. We should have the good redfish people, and we won't get banko and tilapia and fried yam and fish there.
Exactly.
I don't see why we should have national service, have a glow chicken, and not have grilled chicken there. So we had a whole grills village, and
Guzi was very amazed about that whole setup. When he asked you that, so who did the demarcation when he was going around?
Yes, the man was just blown away. And I understand, because it's difficult to do these things. All the time I say that when you hear people go, oh, we had fun, oh, it went well, you should also know that some people have spent months, sleepless nights, in ensuring that we will get this experience. So yes, I mean, we all have a role to play, it's called division of labor. So we need to make sure that we give the farmers the greatest platforms and also ensure that patrons who are coming in get their money's worth. For me, I was very happy the fact that people attested to the fact that it was farm gate prices. I mean, you couldn't take that away from us. I remember people saying, oh, the tilapia, can they do this? And Chopo Farms actually on the grounds brought the prices further down. And I think that was really commendable, listening to the people, ensuring that whatever they want, we will do for them. I mean, this is the AgriFair.
And I was actually blown out when they also sold out. Yeah, 5 tons.
5 tons, 5 tons.
Oh, yeah,
5 tons. And also, I think some of the farmers that were here for the first time really appreciated it. They came from other parts of the country. And I think it was Gafafao. Gafafao that brought them, because they don't have a chance to sell in the markets, because anytime they go to the market, they have issues with the market women, because they are farmers. So the market women are expecting the middleman. But this time, Gafafao brought these farmers and their prices were so good.
And let me just commend Gafafao, that's the women in farming. It's not easy. I all the time talk about the fact that for some reason, women are the this, women are the that, so they are not being able, they are competing against the men. No, but when you look at the investment, when you look at the commitment, time, energy, effort that women put in whatever they do, I think we should give them some attention, we should promote them. And so for you to have an association for all these women, some came from Cape Coast, from Volta region, from all over the place, into the maize, the vegetables and everything. I think that Gafafao is doing amazing. Kudos to Rosemont and her team. And for me, these are some of the platforms, that also help them to get back their investment. It's not easy. Farming, I always talk about the fact that, look, you talk about going into agric and all that. Okay, so when you put the maize on the ground, till the time that you harvest, what are we eating? What are we getting in return? So it takes a lot to farm, invest your input, fertilizer, all this, all that, and get your money's worth. So when you are done with all these and you don't have a ready market, can you imagine what's happening? And that is why the rice farmers, the poultry farmers, the egg people, all these guys have been crying because they've locked up their investment. Nobody is buying. Look, I spoke to one egg vendor, and she was like, Frema, look, we are burying eggs on our farms. Because we are not getting the markets. We dig the ground
and bury
them. And I was like, but how? Why are we doing this to
Wow.
ourselves? Yes, people invest so much, and you see your hard-earned investment, I mean, literally go down the drain, because this is what it is. Not figuratively, literally, this is your money that you are burying on the ground. So we are dealing with a very huge problem. Yes,
Wow.
yes,
This,
yes.
that's a lot.
So depressing.
And for me, I like the fact that we took out the middlemen, because I think sometimes the middlemen are also the problem.
Not
I think.
sometimes.
Most
Yeah,
times.
always, yeah.
Always. But you see, I think that it's an issue that we need to pay attention
Yeah.
to, because sometimes somebody has to grow the produce. Somebody has to ensure that they come to the market. If you look at what sometimes the middle women also go through, all right, go all the way to the farms, the roads are bad,
Yeah.
transportation
Yeah.
is terrible, no proper, spaces for them to even sell their goods in the market. So they also add all these plus the
cost.
stress and the wahala you go through. So we are paying for people's emotional stress. We are paying for people's, anger. We are paying for the potholes. We are paying for, storage
rickety
issues.
vehicles
Their
and all that.
safety and all
You
that.
understand? Rickety vehicles. I mean, we
Yeah.
are dealing with all these. And sometimes, how much they have to pay at every police checkpoint.
You understand?
We are paying all
Yeah.
these,
Yeah.
So I think that as a nation, we also need to pay attention and remove some of these bottlenecks. But for now, these are the realities on the ground. But somebody also needs to ensure that they look out for the consumers. And that is what AgriFair is all about.
I'm also excited about the sponsors.
Yes.
If not for them.
Yes, yes. Look, they've been amazing.
Yeah.
And I also think that it is as a result of they also getting their money's worth, all right? I mean, a sponsor like Legacy Crop Improvement Center is always there. And I saw their interview say that
If
we will show
nobody
up if
comes,
nobody even shows
we will
up,
come.
if you understand. It tells you something. And they are also businesses, all right? And sometimes it's even difficult for people to understand properly what these businesses are into.
Yeah.
What is Exim Bank? You hear Exim Bank, Exim Bank. What do they do? I mean, sometimes it feels so huge.
Or
you
why are they
feel
here? Yeah.
exactly. You feel it's too sophisticated.
Right.
I can't be part of them. I can't go to their offices. I say that sometimes, you are just afraid to go and buy something at the mall because you see the building, you see the AC and all that, and you feel that, no, this one there is not my level, until you enter and you realize that, you can get something for 5 cities here, you can get something for 10 cities. So these sponsors also come to the grounds and make it very easy for businesses to approach them. And when we get to the AgriFair, when I was watching the excerpts, I was looking at, okay, so this is a proper marketplace. So you see people in their chalewote, you see people in their T-shirt, people in pata-patai, in scarf, going to the market. And that is how the sponsors also come in.
Yeah.
So they are also coming, dressed down. So it's very easy to go to Agri-Impact to find out from them, what can we do with you? What are you doing for farmers and all that?
People came all the way from their houses just to go and meet some of these platforms.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
wow.
so the horticulture business platform, the Exim Bank, the
Gesal.
DBG, the Gersal, being heavily supported by Twillium because we would drink water. All right, so it's fantastic. I mean, our sponsors, we can't thank them enough.
Yeah, they're very important.
Yeah.
The guest how you just made mention of, I had an interview with them and just noticed that. So they are sort of an outfit that ensure that you get the finances for your business, and that is going to come from your bankers, actually. So you, the farmer, go to your bankers, speak to them, and they can guarantee that finances from you, for you, and you move on with your business. But if you've not been able to get in touch with these people, certainly you are definitely not going to know, and you'll be in the village somewhere and be asking yourself how you can be part of that exercise. And
there's help.
There,
There's help, but it's about knowing the avenues that you can source these help from. So events like these, the AgriFair brings all of us together, where you can get the help, how you can build partnerships, how you can look. We had patrons who came in, restaurant owners, supermarkets owners, a lot of people coming in to, I heard one person say that, look, now we have somebody who will supply us our chicken, and we have somebody supplying us our rice. And they made this deal.
Networks.
Exactly, they made this deal at the AgriFair. And this is what it's all about. Beyond individuals like us, thinking of what we are just going to eat. For us, we are thinking about ampesier and Kobe. We are thinking about rice and stew. We are thinking about this. There are also those who come in thinking about businesses, long-term partnerships, okay? So I saw one lady come in to buy 50 crates of eggs.
Whoa.
When I saw that, I was like, but what are you using these for?
Said,
can you imagine? I said, you know? She was like, no, I have a supermarket.
Wow.
And the eggs are, I mean, you are buying crates of eggs for 40 cedis, for 45 cedis. I mean, these were just giveaways, you know. So it's also a way of businesses talking, and now you know where you can get your constant supply. And this is what it's all about. So striking deals, building partnerships, networking, getting to know that you can get produce at affordable prices, okay? Training, getting yourself equipped, you know. Look, if for nothing at all, for me, the importance of the AgriFair is to have knowledge in what you are consuming.
Yeah.
If I get to the market, can I tell, okay, if what I'm getting is not the correct thing?
Right.
If some birds, if the chicken has issue, how do I tell? This is what you are learning. So beyond just deciding to even set up a farm, beyond just going into business, the knowledge that you acquire as an individual to go out there. If I see snail, can I tell that, okay, this is exactly what I'm looking for. This is not what I want. We need that knowledge. We need it even for ourselves as individuals. We go out there, we are eating all kinds of things that we have no clue what they are. And so when you hear of things like this, it's not just about setting up a business to make money. Your own health must be of paramount importance to you. Do you understand? You need to have a fair appreciation of what is on display.
Right.
And for me, this is why everybody needs to be part of the clinics, not just for business, but for your own knowledge and ensuring that you are responsible for your own safety.
Some of the vendors actually got some contracts when the presidential advice on the 24-hour economy was going around.
You saw that.
He indicated that, well, we would have to put you as part of the Made in Ghana hamper.
Yes.
Yes, so we will have you to be part. So it just identify some few ones, and Mr. Tano asked his people to take contacts of these people so that at least they can also be contacted. Then they can get their produce and fuse them into the hamper that will be sharing to various individuals during this.
Which makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense, you understand? I mean, why don't we exchange bouquets with a hamper of fish kakra, cassava kakra? I mean, the flowers at some point, you're going through them away.
Why you throw them away? It's not, as well as some points you will.
No, let's be modest, kakra.
Oh, you will throw it away.
Because if somebody brought you
no,
bouquet, calm down.
You bring me hamper and there is cassava in there. You bring me a hamper and there is yam in there. You bring me hamper, there is fish in there. Hey, I'll enjoy.
I will thank you forever. You understand? I will thank you forever. But you're going to bring some flowers, and you bring it to us. You understand?
It's not like it's natural, artificial.
Oh, some are natural. You know, it's the natural ones that will get spoiled at some point.
Hook me with the cassava.
But having said that, we also have the plants. You know, people come in. So I mean, now we are growing our own rosemaries, our own basil, and all that. Yeah, you know, it's awesome to have
a small farm. I started from the last AgriFair.
You know,
so I just added more.
Yeah, you know,
it's expanding.
Until AgriFair, I didn't know that there was there's basil that also is infused with lemon.
Yeah.
Yes.
There are different types of
basil. All we knew is akoko-mesa and akoko-mesa, so it's just the one bit.
But there's that one, and there's the cinnamon one.
Can you imagine?
And there's the lemon one,
you know,
and there's another one like.
And it gives you different flavors.
Yes.
Different flavors.
Oh, Lord.
And for me, the AgriFair serves everybody.
Yeah.
You know, sophisticated ladies, you know, like Chris, who
the
can
bougie,
have,
the bougie.
you know, the bougie ones who have their rosemaries in their flower pots, you know, all that. And those of us who are coming in to buy momone and, you know, for all us.
But shout out to the momone lady. There was one lady shouting momone.
Look, for me, my highlight, you know, for the AgriFair this time around was the variety that we had.
Yeah.
Right? We had almost everything a market will have, from corn dough to Kobe to momone to tomatoes to cassava to coconut. You know, you go to the market and you are a bit thirsty, you want some coconut water, you know, to coconut, to fresh fruits, you know. From blue skies, you know, everything was there. The sweet potatoes, habanero, onions, tomatoes, garden eggs, everything.
But you know that I actually entered and I was bargaining. And I had to buy some few things for
I
myself.
saw you.
Look, you can't go to market and not bargain.
Yeah,
It's part of the market experience.
And there was a point I was like, Chris, come, let's go. Come,
I
let's
did
go.
that bargain, and I got some few things for
Yeah.
for the home. It's very interesting.
I did my shopping
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I also did my shopping.
Because why should we go to the
And not get
AgriFair
some?
and not get some? Look, I'm still beating myself for waiting too late to go and buy pepper.
Oh,
She bought everything.
I
but
bought
left out
everything,
pepper.
but pepper.
You were working.
So by the time I decided to go buy pepper, Charlie, people had beaten me to the
They
thing, so
bought
I couldn't get the
everything.
pepper. I was like, ah, but you people, munim sa meto me kwa na. You understand? So
bought
the garden
everything.
next now, you've let the meko finish no. What's up? But this is
Yeah.
the AgriFair.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think also like a lot of people do not appreciate what we have here in Ghana. Like you see, we spoke to a man that came from America. He was holidaying,
yeah,
and he
yeah.
said everything here is organic.
Extremely.
Not like when you go to America or say the Europes, you now have to check labels. Is it organic or processed? Is it
Yeah.
organic or
Yeah.
GMO?
Yeah.
But he said everything here is organic. It's like we're eating it right from the soil, and that is so important.
And another thing is we've done well as a nation. Our farmers are doing so well, all right? Now, when we talk about the local rice, I say that we have moved from the era where people think that if you're going to buy local rice, it's 1 cup of rice and a quarter cup of sand.
And stones.
You get it? Yeah, we have moved on from there. You see local rice packaging and you are blown away.
Yeah.
They compete with any product anywhere in the world. Look at the striker rice, the Asida rice, the Nasim rice, the Nanas rice, the Vivi rice.
Vivi rice and all
Look
that.
at their packaging, all right? Look at the oil. These are done locally, all right? Even the vegetables that we had. For me, this is what I like about the AgriFair. The fact that the vegetables are cleaned, you know, everything
Very
is
neat.
sorted
Packaged
out.
well.
I do not want to go home and go and be washing the spring onion, you know, the sand aspect of the whole thing. And I witnessed the kill for the first time. I mean, this was a great tourism.
The killing
you know,
of a cow,
the
right?
killing of a cow. The technique, I was like, gosh, these are pathologists, you know. I mean, these guys
had
could
to
do
cut it
autopsy.
very well, yeah.
You know, they are. It's beautiful.
One says the precision.
Chalet, you know, do the thing with, I mean, they were so meticulous, they were so diligent about what they were doing, and I was excited to have the children also come around. They took their cameras, you know, and I'm like, this is what we are talking about.
Very important.
I mean, look at how old I am, and this was the first time in my life seeing, I've eaten beef all my life, but this was the first time.
Seeing the live cow
the
being killed.
skill, the technique they use, I was like, oh wow, you know, you have to pull the tail in between the legs, and
Wow.
Charlie, it was very nice, you know, and the stubborn goats and all that. You know, I think it was quite exciting, and this is how we should begin to approach our lives. All right, the stuff are there.
Yeah.
Now we are scaling up. The ease with which people did their shopping, you don't get this. I mean, you go to Makola, you go to the Agboblos, you go to the Malata, and by the time you come in, you get out of the market, you are angry, you are upset because they are pushing you with the truck. People are just pushing you all over the place.
Yeah.
By here, very spacious, you know, you see what you are getting. They are bagging it for you. If they have to weigh it for you, they are weighing. You are asking questions. You are taking contacts from people. And I think this is the way to go.
Beautiful. If you want, before you take leave of us, your final words.
The AgriFair has come to stay.
Okay.
Ghanaians will have to change the story of Ghana. We can't have any other people do for us. If we want to all have a better economy, we should be deliberate about some of these things. We should be deliberate about growing what we are eating and developing the taste for our local produce. We have the farmers, we have the market. Let's push the people. And when you hear media houses like us, you know, ChannelOne TV, CTFM, bring up initiatives like these, we call on you to come on board as sponsors. Let's all build Ghana together, because only Ghanaians can retell the Ghanaian story.
AgriFair has come to stay, and that means that next year, 2026, you should be planning now, so you'll be part of it. For us, we are very charitable. We are very generous.
Talking about being part of it, some people came, you didn't call me, how did I miss it? Well, you don't watch ChannelOne TV.
Hey, you don't listen to CTFM.
And you know, people are just last minute people.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, people are just last minute people, and I think that, look, for me, with what I experienced yesterday with the pepper,
Mm-hmm.
I decided that.
So you to your last minute.
Well, yeah. I mean, the rapture caught me yesterday.
2026, you started
Day one,
fast.
Friday.
You are done.
10 a.m. I'm done. Wow. Then the rest.
That's quite cool. Kweku actually was the first person to buy everything.
Really?
Yeah.
You had to go and do shopping?
Like before the
Kweku is a spiritual
the
man.
whole thing started. Kweku bought everything.
Wow.
You know, so he knew this would
Yeah.
happen.
And so he even was telling me, okay, so if you want sweet potato, go here. This like go here. Go here. So like he directed me everywhere.
So now we've also learned our lessons that you can be at the AgriFair throughout Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and still miss out on certain things. So we've learned. So day one, I'll do my shopping, and the rest of the day, I'll just be waiting to enjoy the grills, the food courts, you know,
and
the music,
band,
and
take complaints from people who would experience last-minute shopping. You know, yeah, exactly.
So prepare yourself. 2026 edition will be coming next year. Please don't be the last-minute person. So that you prepare last minute and later you come and say, oh, I didn't hear of it all. But we've told you in 2025 that 2026 it will happen. Like Frema indicated that AgriFair has come to stay. Frema Dunyame is head of events and partnerships here at ChannelOne TV and TFM. Thank you so much, Frema. But because you said we are very generous and charitable, definitely let's bring you excerpts of what you missed at AgriFair.
It's day 2 of the AgriFair happening right here at the Efua Sutherland Children Park, and it is bonkers. I don't know how to explain it. It is exciting. People are buying, people are selling, and we can witness everything that happens in the Ghana agricultural, industry.
Of course, and today's a Saturday, so you should expect that a number of people will be moving from their homes to this. So if you are now thinking of moving from your home or wherever you are to this place, that is the Efua Sutherland Children's Park, as we speak now, then please, you should be fast, because by the time you may get here, maybe